Vaughan.
There we go. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Alfreton Town FC live stream. We're in the watch-along for this FA Trophy fixture against Needham Market. Back at the Impact, finally. It's been a while since we've been at home. We've had a long stretch of away games, although that kind of came naturally after a long run of home games. But we are back for a brief point, not in the league, but in the FA Trophy, a competition where both clubs enter at this stage, so no previous ties to go over this year. But Needham Market struggling in the National League North without a win for quite a while. They did recently pick up a point against Rushall Olympic. That was sort of a real, for less of a detrimental phrase, but a basement battle, I think you could call it. But that was a 1-1 draw. They obviously had that 7-1 defeat against Buxton recently as well. So this could be a chance for them to kind of regain some confidence off the back of a 1-0 defeat most recently in the league. There was a red card, a late penalty in that one as well. But Alfreton coming into it off the back of a win away at Warrington, where we were unfortunately killed at the end of our stream. The laptop died on about 88 minutes. But
it was there was a fella in the gantry, wasn't there, who set the extension lead on fire.
Yeah, that did happen.
And then just used the other half of it. So we were like, yeah, we're not going to use the half that just lit up.
No.
So we were trying to balance it, but someone decided to add 8 minutes of added time on at the end, and that ruined us.
Yeah, but we if you didn't catch up, we did see that game out, and it did end 1-0. So we're coming into this game off the back of a win, and it is, well, we'll leak the team news to the people before we read it out as the players come out of the tunnel. It is an unchanged starting 11 from that Warrington victory, which I would say may come as a surprise because, different competition, you'd maybe not be too shocked if there was some rotation there, but off the back of a win, I think you look at the age-old cliche of not changing a winning team. I imagine that's going to have been the case today. So what do we reckon?
Well, it's one of them ones. I think FA Trophy time is it's almost like destination Christmas, isn't it? For a team at this level, that's when you really know you're getting into the thick of the season. When you study a Saturday FA Trophy, the sun's going down before kick-off.
Yeah.
So we're really in the midst of the season, and it's one of them where anything can happen in the game like this because, teams were either going to have a go in the FA Trophy. Do they think they can win? Or do they just want to go out and focus on the league? And by the looks of it, we're going to have a go at it today.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the case, judging by the team sheet, as you say. And for a team in Alfreton's position, it's almost as if you'd not be too surprised if there was rotation out and they weren't as fussed about this competition, but so they can focus on the league, on the current playoff hunt, obviously in that mix at the moment. But then for Needham Market as well, it could be a nice distraction from their league fixtures that aren't treating them too nicely at the moment. But we will have to wait and see, and as you quite rightly say, anything can happen. We don't know what the outcome will be, but the only thing that we can go off of at the moment is the teams that we have in front of us, and judging off the team that Billy Heath has named today, it does look like this competition is being taken with full sincerity and a chance to get into the next round. Obviously, Billy Heath, an FA Trophy winner in his managerial career with North Ferriby back in sort of 2016. The Hull base side obviously eventually dropped out of the league and reformed, but maybe that's something that is going to be bearing in his mind. Obviously he's won this competition previously, so he knows he's got what it takes to get over the line, get his team to Wembley and get a result, beating Wrexham on penalties before they were the Hollywood powerhouse that they are now. But I mean, I wouldn't mind a little recreation of that this year if we could get us on the road down to Wembley. We've had some team news.
Oh my God! This is the best day ever. This is the best thing that's ever happened. Sorry, that's really disrespectful to George Willis, but I'm so excited.
We are going to see, allegedly, well, not allegedly, we're being told very, very near to kick-off there's a late amendment to the team sheet, and we are going to be seeing a extremely, extremely rare appearance for reserve goalkeeper Jake Askew in a competitive competition. I've seen him playing once in the Derbyshire Senior Cup, and it seems that he's almost essentially, his appearances are exclusive to that competition. barring a George Willis suspension or injury, but he clearly does enough to keep himself in and around the squad as the keeper that Billy Heath is happy to lean on. As the backup, obviously he's been here for a few years now, played in pre-season, and we are seeing him line up in the tunnel, and we will run you through the teams very shortly, but that is big news ahead of kickoff.
Ahmed Salam on the bench as well. It must be a George Willis injury.
Yeah, not
Jake
even in
comes
the team.
in. I can't believe this.
No, that is...
we were talking about this no more than 40 minutes ago about I've never seen him play. I said I will not believe that this player is a footballer until I actually see him play, because as far as I'm concerned, he just kicks about.
He's in the warm-up. No, but I was going to say, I've seen him play the one time, and unfortunately for him, that was in a game where he conceded 5, and then the game went to penalties, and Alfreton Town lost out that time. But we'll see him today, and I was going to say, as you just mentioned, we were having this conversation in the press room earlier when the teams came out. Because it's the FA Trophy, maybe it's the type of game where you do play your second choice goalkeeper. And whilst that wasn't the intention from Billy Heath, that is the reality. Jake Askew comes into the team, the number 13. That's the big story ahead of this game at the moment. But the teams take to the pitch out of the tunnel. We will run you through both sides. Alfreton Town in their usual red, Needham Market in their away in full navy strip. So for Alfreton Town, in goal, number 13, Jake Askew. The fullbacks, Josh Claxton and Nathan Newell. Centre-backs, Dwayne Wiley, the captain, and Max Hunt alongside him. Midfield 3 of Adam Lund, Liam Waldock, who, if he scores today, the chairman has promised drinks on him for everybody in attendance off the back of his goal against Warrington. And George Cantrell round out the midfield. On the wings, Billy Whitehouse and Lewis Salmon makes his second consecutive start, and Jake Day leads the line up top. On the bench, number 20, David Moyo, number 5, Adam Anson, number 12, Harry Perrett, number 14, Jed Abbey, and it'll be number 15, late inclusion, Ahmed Salam.
Yep, and for the visiting Needham Market this afternoon, it's 13, Danny Cullum in goal, 2, Jake Dye, which is a funny one, to Jake Day, 3, Tommy Smith, 4, Kyle Hammond, 5, and captain Kieran Morphew, 6, Dan Morphew. That's have we had brothers before or whatever? Relatives.
Sure. I was going to say, I don't think I'll cast my mind back.
7, Luke Ingram, 11, Tevin Allen, 15, Adam Mills, 17, Ben Hunter, 19, Josh Tomlinson, 9, Seth Chambers, 10, Jacob Lay, 12, Ollie Fraser, and finishing off a 4-man bench for the visitors is 14, Jamie McGrath.
Yeah, so a short bench for Needham Market today. Obviously, they are missing one of their players on international duty today, Reggie Lamb. I found a way to mention it. What a man. He's playing international football for Bermuda at the moment, so he's not with the travelling side today. And the referee gathers the captains in the centre of the park, just ahead of kick-off. We will be getting underway very shortly. I'm trying to look down at the bench. I think were we certain that it was Salam on the bench? Yeah, it
is. Yeah. Sorry, Quinton's just pointed out something that has really shook me to my core. The referee has a bright yellow Under Armour on.
He does, or has he got long sleeves on?
No, that is an Under Armour.
Oh wow!
You can see the sleeves end.
Well, it is getting chilly, so that's not something you see every day, but also something that you don't see in every game. We are seeing a change of ends ahead of kick-off, so presumably Needham Market won the coin toss and have elected to shoot the opposite way that they were planning on, the opposite way that Alfreton would have wanted in the first half. So 2 goalkeepers make the long journey from coast to coast ahead of this one. One of them being
Jake Askew. I feel like a kid on Christmas.
We're seeing the number 13 as well, opposite number 13 in goal for Needham Market, Danny Cullum, who came off the bench in the 92nd minute for the visitors in their game midweek in place of their goalkeeper that was sent off. His suspension doesn't carry over to this competition, so he is on the bench. But Danny Cullum came off the bench in added time in their last fixture and saved a penalty. It did end in a 1-0 defeat, but certainly made his mark on the game and earned himself a start today. And we get things underway by Lewis Salmon. Alfreton take the kick-off, go direct through Max Hunt over towards Jake Day on the left-hand side. Lundy heads it back forward, and Lewis Salmon trying to break through. There's a mistake at the back from the defender. A few calls for a pass back as he's kind of looked to clear it, stumbled over the ball with his foot, and it's rolled back through to the goalkeeper, but the referee not interested in giving that as would have been an indirect free kick inside the box. Pretty chaotic start to things here at the Impact.
Yeah, it's a unique one. Usually we've seen the usual kick-off, but we've not seen a player fall over the ball. I'm surprised he's not hurt himself. It looked uncomfortable.
I was going to say it's the number 5 and the captain, Kieran Morphew, that's essentially slipped over the ball as he's taken that touch, and we've seen a clash of heads in the middle of the park. Ollie waved on immediately. You get to see his turn of pace. It's Adam Lund laying down on the floor. The Needham Market player has gotten back to his feet, but Lundy's staying down, and you don't often see Adam Lund stay down if he's not seriously hurt. So we've seen Perrett sent out to warm up. Not the start that the Reds would want if Adam Lund has to be withdrawn.
Yeah, he's
his head, I think, yeah. Ref standing in the way, but...
Move.
Yeah, the referee's made the decision to stop the game straight away.
He looks all right.
I can say he's now sat back up, so thankfully not knocked unconscious by that collision. The Needham Market player, it might have been more of a case of a shoulder and a head rather than a clash of heads, because he got back straight to his feet. And Lundy helped back up by Ollie, and he will have to stay off the pitch for a spell, but it looks like he's looking back to the referee and should be okay to carry on.
Well, good news.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to lose a player of his calibre so early on in the game. A drop ball by the referee, sent forward by Max Hunt. Over towards the right flank where Lewis Salmon, currently occupying that position, runs out for a throw for Needham Market. Sent down the line, just beneath the gantry, headed forward again by Claxton into the area. Jake Day doing his best to bring it down. An attempted clearance from the number 17, Ben Hunter, nearly ends up in the back of his own net, but the referee had blown his whistle before that dropped. Lewis Salmon adjudged to have put 2 hands on his back, and the referee not happy with that free kick given.
Well, it would have been nearly as strange as the goal we conceded to Spennymoor.
Yeah, that was...
in the league, if that had gone in, but I think there was a push, which is what caused the awkward slice back to the keeper.
Yeah, and the goalkeeper, even though the whistle had been blown, Cullum did push it over the bar. So it would have been a corner, but almost a recreation of that, or an equally as irregular goal that could have ended up happening. Needham Market looking to get the ball down, but Adam Lund puts an end to that, hacks it forward over to the right wing towards Salmon, but it's nodded back to the goalkeeper by Morphew.
Yeah, just a bit more direction, and Lewis Salmon, he's quick. He could have been off and in behind. He could have caused a couple more problems if there was a bit more distance. I was looking for the word.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Salmon starting for the second game in a row after making his first start of the season away at Warrington in that victory. Seen him keep his place in an unchanged, well, not an unchanged 11 anymore because Jake Askew's in the sticks, but an unchanged outfield 10. As Cullum's goal kick goes straight out for a throw. Sent up the line. Adam Lund warms up his arrow of a throw.
His
I was going to say I run out of words to describe his
wallop into the box.
I run out of analogies at this point. There we go, running straight across the away dugout, launching it into the area towards Max Hunt, the intended target, headed away by Morphew at the front post, and Lundy gets his body in front of it to see it out for another throw, this time in more of a advanced position inside the final third, so he might have a chance to deploy one of the more sort of flat ones that cause an issue for the players at the front post.
Ingram ran after that ball to the very last second, really didn't want to get to go out for a throw-in in that position.
And it goes towards Hunt, flicked on, once again by Wiley, cleared away but not completely. And Needham Market do eventually get it out of their area, but George Cantrell makes the interception but then slips, can't keep it in play.
It's that time of the year, George, you've got to get some metal boots.
So he did well to sort of get back and make the tackle, but didn't manage to keep the ball.
I think while he's been listening to the commentary, he's got a nice pair of boots on today, no more bananas.
And Jake Day wins that header up against the number 4, Carl Hammond, who gave a very loud shout wanting the foul, but he stayed down holding his head, so the referee halts the game once more. The physio for Needham Market.
She's quick.
Straight onto the pitch. I was going to say, Ollie's got some competition. Alfreton Town did have the ball over on the left wing. The play was switched straight afterwards, after Jake Day won that header. I don't think the referee was interested in giving the foul, but as it is a head injury, play has to be stopped.
Yeah, it was a good challenge from Jake Day, but obviously I think he's gone down holding his head to get play stopped. I don't think there was anything with his head. It was more of a shove in the back.
Well, Hammond back to his feet and will have to do a spell on the side of the pitch before the referee waves him back on. He's going to give the drop ball, you'd imagine, uncontested for the Reds over on this far side, just in front of the away dugout. Adam Lund stands over it, hooks it forward towards Jake Day, flicks it on. Cantrell keeps it alive on the edge of the area, now into the box, pulls it back for Liam Waldock, lays it off to Claxton, shoots himself and it's in! Josh Claxton with a rare goal to take the lead, brings out the Cole Palmer celebration.
Morgan Rogers, mate. It's Morgan Rogers
Sorry,
celebration.
Copyrighted by Morgan Rogers. But Josh Claxton, what a strike into the far corner in the early stages. Alfreton Town have the lead, and it's Claxton with only his 3rd, I think, for the club. What a finish.
Well, I can't believe it. It was another thing we were talking about. Claxton's little run last season of 2 goals in 2 games, and that was a strike. We were literally saying it whenever he took his goals really well in that little spell last season, because usually his shots end far and few between anywhere on target.
They do.
But that movement on it as it just kind of dipped into the bottom corner, it's a fantastic strike, and it was interesting. I think Wayne's had a word with Liam and told him not to shoot when he got the ball on the edge of the box, and he laid it out to Clacky, who's justified the pass very, very well with a fantastic finish, and that's a great way to start this first half, getting ahead early.
I was going to say it's arguably, I'd say, better than his finish against Scunthorpe earlier on in the previous campaign, and then obviously got that one away at Curzon Ashton off the rebound from the penalty, which was only his 2nd at the time, so that has to be his 3rd in a red shirt.
That's his 4th goal in a red shirt.
It's his 4th.
Yeah. Got 1 goal this season before we came into play.
Oh, right, okay. Which we were not here for.
Look at the movement on this. That is a fantastic goal.
We've got the replay in action. You can talk us through it.
Liam lays it out. He takes a touch, sees his sights, and it almost moves like
it dips as well.
It's up and down and into the corner, and then fantastic celebration, inspired by Morgan Rogers, I'm sure.
Goalkeeper stood no chance in the end. There we go, Jake Day flicking on that header from the goal kick. Needham Market forced to clear that one away under the pressure from Lewis Salmon.
Yeah, it's a great flick on from Jake Day, and Salmon off like a prom dress, trying to put some pressure on the centre half. Got there quick enough to force him to put it out for a throw, and another chance for Lundy to launch it into the area.
And he has got that nice little gap between the advertisement boards where he can gain himself an extra yard. Runs up to the touchline, takes the throw into the area at the near post. Max Hunt looking for the flick on, as per usual, but it's back out to Lundy. Pokes it forward to Cantrill. Tries the reverse pass back to Adam Lund, but he wasn't there. Newell makes an interception, and there's a collision in the middle between Allen and Lund, but Needham Market continue on. Waldock with the challenge to temporarily end the counter-attack, gives the Reds a chance to retake their shape. Needham Market looking to go down the line. Intercepted by Adam Lund, and he's purchased a free kick down in that sort of right-back position. Josh Claxton praises that.
I love some gamesmanship. I love a little bit of gamesmanship, and he's almost just put his arms up and flopped onto the ball. And there's that famous Clattenburg quote I always take: if a player puts their arms up in the air they've dived because they know that they're bracing themselves for the impact.
Yeah.
They can go with their arms up in the air to throw themselves because they know they're going to take the impact. They put their arms out, it's because they're trying to stop the impact. It's the natural thing. So you can see when a player's arm goes up.
Well, Jake Askew with his first touch of the ball here with his feet. Left-footed free kick over towards the left wing. It's going to go out for another Alfreton throw. Adam Lund with the ball in his hands. You know what comes next.
Another Clacky wonder goal, please.
Well, Claxton condemned back to the halfway line from this throw. The only man really back, Nathan Newell slightly further forward, and every other body in the box. Lund takes in towards the centre of the box this time, and Jake Day managed to get a header at goal, but just wide of his near post. That one kind of going beyond Max Hunt, which is what the usual system seems to be, and you look for him to flick it on at the front post, but that time went slightly more central, whether that was the intention or not, but Jake Day did manage to get his head to it initially. Direct to header goalwards, but unfortunately off target for the number 9. Out for a goal kick. And Cullen takes this goal
really
kick.
poor kick.
It's a second poor one from the Needham Market goalkeeper. They do have possession though, and the ball flicked over the top for Adam Mills, who looks to have kept himself onside, tries to get the shot away on his left foot, but miscues the volley, and eventually it runs out for a goal kick for Jake Askew to take. We'll see if he can mirror George Willis's time-wasting skills.
Oh, I like that one. He's moved right
straight
across
over to the
box
other side of the 6-yard box.
With a jog that's not really a jog. He's moving a bit quick though when he's taking the steps back. You know, he's moving with a sense of urgency. And
yeah, I want to see him start banging his boots off the post here as well. That's significant. There we go. Left-footed goal kick from Jake Askew. Looping up towards Jake Day, headed forward by Needham Market towards the halfway line, out for a throw. Both teams claiming it, but the referee goes the way of Needham Market on this occasion.
Sorry, I was about to say something, but my throat was really clogged up, and I was like, I'm going to start, you know, with a
croaky voice.
Yeah, I didn't want to scare anyone.
Like Gary Neville when Martinelli scored the other day, lost his voice. Well, that throw-in cleared away initially by Alfreton and straight through to the Needham Market goalkeeper, Danny Cullum. Lays it off to his captain, Morphew. And now Smith on the left-hand side.
It's a strange one. I think I'm trying to think of who we spoke about last season who kind of had this problem as well. And as I'm watching Needham Market here, I'm not seeing a shape. I don't know what formation they're playing. I don't know what kind of system of football they are playing. Was
it Banbury?
Banbury, yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Had a sort of 3 at the back that then striker was playing in the kind of double pivot at times. Everything was going wrong. You had a bit of a meltdown trying to work out the formation and the shape.
Obviously, when we do this commentary, our roles to kind of explain what's happening, and then I try and work out, you know, the extra little bits of subtext you can throw in, and I work out, you know, how teams have set up the formation, what kind of football they want to play, and how they're going to try and hurt us. And I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it with Needham Market. I've never seen a formation like it.
Well, unfortunately for them, they're playing out from the back. Has resulted in an Alfreton free kick, which Whitehouse takes towards the back post. Max Hunt does his best to divert it back across the box, but it is cleared away. And another very loud shout from a Needham Market player, Alan, that time, wanting a free kick, but the referee uninterested, and it will run through.
Now watch this, they're going to leave 3 players almost. It's like 3 narrow strikers.
Adam Mills, Alan, and the number 7.
Yeah, but that number 7 has been defending over here at times. So what's this? This is like
got a back 4.
A 4-3-2-1. So it's like a pyramid.
Yeah, the Christmas tree, if you will. Well, Needham Market getting themselves a free kick that they take quickly, but Adam Lund steps up to intercept. Turns on it, goes back to his captain Wiley. Down the line, just over the head of Jake Day. Runs straight through to the goalkeeper.
But now actually, look at them 3. They were all stood right together.
It is interesting. Adam Mills, a natural winger, at
now
times going centrally.
So I imagine one of them is meant to drop deeper, but one of the midfielders is dropping forward.
Well, an interception from George Cantrell. Jake Day maintaining possession, waiting to lay it off. Goes to Nathan Newell eventually on the left-hand side. Out to Whitehouse now. He drops it back for Adam Lund. Forward pass towards Waldock, tries to flick it around the corner and wins himself a free kick. The number 19, Josh Tomlinson, adjudged to have been a little bit too handsy with that one, and the referee awards a free kick to the Reds.
Just quickly, James, it is not 0-0. It's 1-0 to Alfreton after a fantastic early goal from Josh Claxton. Picked the ball up on the right-hand side of the box and struck it with some dip, didn't he? Just up and down right into the bottom corner. Keeper was rooted. Fantastic goal, and that was within the first 10 minutes.
Well, another free kick for Alfreton taken by Whitehouse. Into the box, flicked on by a Needham Market player and out for a corner. Jake Day was the one in there going for it, and I think it was Ingram that got there just ahead of him, turned it around for a corner, which Whitehouse goes the length of the pitch to take. First corner of the afternoon.
Just quickly welcome everyone to the stream. We've had a couple of hellos, good afternoons into the chat, so welcome everyone for a fantastic bit of football in the FA Trophy.
We're seeing the number 7 Whitehouse line it up, and we're also seeing the kind of conventional love train around the penalty spot from the Reds. Adam Lund peeling around to the back post, the corner goes the way of Adam Lund, who heads it at goal. Headed away by Needham Market, but out was only as far as Whitehouse. His cross right-footed towards the back post again for Adam Lund, and this one going off of the roof of the net and out for a goal kick. But some good opportunities for the Reds to double their advantage. We've seen the trademark Adam Lund peel round to the back post from the corner. Whitehouse picks him out and is headed back across the face of goal. Results in a little bit of chaos inside the 6-yard box, which is what Alfreton aim to create from those situations, because you just never know where the ball can end up. But on this occasion, it ended up over the crossbar, out for a goal kick.
Strangely called it the Love Train, because we scored from one on Wednesday at the uni team.
Did you?
Yeah, we call it the Love Train.
I think that's the colloquial terminology. So Alfreton Town looked to come forward again. Cantrell heading it forward for Day, but it wasn't quite on the same wavelength. Cantrell keeps the press on for the goalkeeper. Forced long, headed back forward by Wiley. Jake Day trying to bring it down, and it evades him. Cantrell comes back to win it. Into the feet of Day, tries a cheeky turn, and it nearly comes off for the big man. Needham Market do win it back, though. It's Tommy Smith thought about sending it down the line and eventually rejected that decision. Tevin Allen not happy with that at all.
Well, this is the thing with this like kind of 3 narrow strikers formation, where it just gets narrower and narrower. The fullbacks get the ball out wide, and if they're not the ones bombing on, they've got no option down that line. Well, so he's took a touch, look down the line. Allen's still making his way over. He doesn't play the ball over. Well, then Allen's like, why haven't you played me through the channel? Because you weren't there, mate.
We've seen both Allen and Mills swapping wings. I mean, they've swapped sides, but then you've also had the number 7 for Needham Market, Luke Ingram, kind of playing as one of the wingers as well. It's really interesting. Lundy's throw in towards the near post, finds its way back out to the number 4. He tries to take a touch forward, but it's intercepted, and Needham Market look to come forward here. Allen lays it out wide to Kyle Hammond. He looks to just turn it down the line, pressured by Waldock. Claxton, in an unfamiliar role on the left-hand side, clears it away on his weak foot. Nathan Newell forced to turn that one round the corner. Keeps it in play, though. And eventually Dwayne Wiley sweeping up, giving his side a breather. Back with the Needham Market back line. Smith on the ball. Has time to just slightly meander forwards. He gives it to the number 4 Hammond, who's kind of acting as a third centre-back at times, dropping in from the midfield. We saw Kidderminster do a sort of similar thing with Luke Summerfield, and it kind of worked for them in terms of playing out from the back, getting up the pitch, but they aimed to play much shorter passes in possession, and then eventually found themselves 1-0 losers in that one. Alfreton Town winning the game via an own goal created by Lewis Salmon. And in the midst of that explanation, Needham Market have got themselves their first corner of the afternoon. Nathan Newell sort of stepping up to make the challenge, and it just unfortunately rebounded off of the fullback, out for a corner. It looks like it's going to be Allen to take on that far side. Right-footed delivery. Headed away by Jake Day at the front post, and further away by Newell with his left foot out to Lewis Salmon. It's a push in the back, and he almost does well to maintain possession. Adam Mills sending it back to his goalkeeper. And this time, Goalkeeper goes direct over towards Ingram, but that one out for a throw. It's not been his day in terms of distribution so far, Danny Cullum.
He's struggled big time.
I was going to say there's been a goal kick that's gone out of play, a drop kick as well, and then unfortunately for the youngster as well, one of his sweeps have just gone straight out, almost into the feet of Billy Heath in front of the home dugout. Lundy sending that ball down the line with the throw-in. The Reds still in possession. Clacky looking to clip it forward towards Salmon, who's kept himself onside. Lewis Salmon
that is
doubles
naughty.
the lead. It's a wonderful finish from the number 11. I mean, it looked as if the Needham Market players just assumed that he was offside, didn't bother tracking back to pick him up, but going by the linesman's lack of a flag, he's timed his run perfectly, brought it down, and just slotted it beyond Cullum. No chance for the goalkeeper. And Alfreton Town have themselves a 2-goal lead inside the first half, and it's been a great start, and it's stayed brilliant.
Josh Claxton goal and assist.
Yes, very true.
Outside the foot, volley over the top. Lewis Salmon gets completely free. All the Needham Market defenders just stood there, legs akimbo, waiting for the flag to go up. Salmon with an unbelievable touch, because he's watching it come out the air behind him. He plucks it like a farmer plucks a chicken's feathers out the air, and just sweeps it under the goalkeeper into the back of the net. Honestly, disgusting.
Really, really good finish from Lewis Salmon. And I think the thing to note is that, Claxton has just kind of hooked it forward into that uncertain area between the back line and the goalkeeper, hoping that a forward man could keep themselves onside. Lewis Salmon did, and at no point did he even look up at the linesman. There was not a doubt in his mind that he had kept himself onside, and it didn't faze him. Slotted it beyond the goalkeeper, and just like that, it's 2-0.
The ball had got kicked straight up in the air, and he peeled off. He knew he wasn't offside. He'd come from an onside position. It's because the ball was in the air so long, and he was kind of like 4 or 5 yards behind the whole back line. They've all gone, well, he must be offside, but you cannot play football like that. You're going to get punished if you play football like that. You've got to be alive to everything. You've got to play to the whistle. It's like an old cliche, really, but it rings true on this scenario. Well,
Carl Hammond with a free kick, looking to get his side back into the game in this first half. It's headed away ultimately by Dwayne Wiley. Needham Market looking to get it back forward. Adam Mills giving chase up against Cantrell, who pokes it back for Askew. Left-footed clearance over towards Jake Day. Flicked on. Whitehouse was there ahead of the number 9, but not on the side that he headed the ball to. Smith with the ball for the visitors. Poked round the corner by Hunter. Allen opts to go back to Smith. Goes inside on his right foot. Challenge comes in from Max Hunt, and eventually Cantrell adjudged to have fouled Hammond. I think that's the thing that we're noticing now. Every time a Needham Market player
drama
feels that they've been fouled,
there?
it's a really loud shout. I mean, I know that we're close to the play on this side up here in the gantry, but I mean, the viewers might be hearing it as well. It's a gut-wrenching shout every time.
You'd think you were watching a horror film, wouldn't you? We promise there is a game of football, and we aren't watching Scream.
No, we're not just watching a horror film. Halloween's been and gone. It's Christmas time.
Let's have a look at this goal.
Go on then, you can analyse it.
Little just flick over the top from Cantrell, the touch, the sweep. Quinton's camera work's a bit shaky, so we can't really see it properly, but...
Well, that free kick from Carl Hammond, slightly better than the previous one. Found a man at the back post, but I think it was one of the Morphews. It was either Kieran or Dan, one of the centre-backs at the back post. Just about get their head to it, but unable to direct it goalwards. Out for a goal kick in the end.
I think I've figured out the idea of what Needham Market are trying to do. I think they're trying to do this thing where they get progressively more narrow, but the two sitting behind the one kind of move up to make a flat three where one of them will spin and try and get through a channel unnoticed. The issue with that is, today playing a team like Alfreton with such a disciplined back four that sit fairly on a straight line, we don't push the full backs on all too often. You know what I mean? When there's space to go, they go. But other than that, they stay pretty disciplined. So when they try and spin into the channels from that narrow starting position, they're tracked pretty easily. And that's why Needham Market are struggling, because when they're getting the ball out wide to these full-backs, they've got nothing on because they're relying on this one spin. And then they've got to come back in, and as you get further forward, you get less and less options because it gets more and more narrow.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen the fullbacks take up advanced positions today so far. Obviously, Josh Claxton getting himself on the score sheet from inside the area. We'll mention that as many times as we can because that is an unbelievable finish. But, yeah, I think you're quite right in the fact that for the majority of the game, it will only be kind of the one defender on that, or the one fullback, on that side. If the ball's on their side of the pitch, there'll be an option. They'll be up there.
Yeah.
On a very rare occasion, they'll make the run into the area. But even in that scenario, when that's happening, the wingers are so defensive.
But that's when they're going. When Clacky's in their box because they had everyone back by one player. And that's when he gets that freedom to go. So then they've got no one to really spin into the channels. And because the two behind the striker are kind of moving up into the kind of a front three, when the fullbacks have no option down the line and they have to come back in midfield, the midfielder have nothing in front of them to play.
And they end up just kind of going direct and hitting and hoping, essentially. Well, that's what it appears to be looking like. But Jake Dye carrying the ball forward for Needham Market. His pass intercepted by Dwayne Wiley. He is challenged by Allen and eventually thinks he's won himself a throw, but despite Billy Heath's claims in front of the linesman, referee gives it the way of Needham Market.
Yeah, very complex system that doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, I've had a hell of a week. It's really rattled my brain.
Well, this throw taken short. Jake Dye and Ingram with a 1-2 into the feet of Morphew. Waldock looking to make the challenge, and eventually Whitehouse helping him out. Adam Lund now in possession. Just turns it down the line on his left foot. Gives the Reds a chance to regroup.
Could have done one of these walk, through back, passing teams. That was easy for me to break down.
Not today, unfortunately.
No, they're easy to break down because they were the kind of systems I played in when I once upon a time, back in my day when I was a decent player.
Well, Dwayne Wiley thought about trying to see that one out for a goal kick, but he realised it didn't quite have the ball didn't quite have the spin on it to run all the way out. So they eventually tries to play it off the Needham Market man for a throw. It is unlucky. Oh, well, there we go. Nathan Yule's done the job for him. Smashes it off of a...
It's been fantastic this month.
Needham Market player out for a goal kick. And yeah, I think he's worth mentioning. We brought him up on the live stream away at Warrington as one of the players that we highlighted for his performance that day because he had the number 7 Connor Woods, who was a tricky player to deal with. And right at the end of the game, which we were not able to bring you the update of, but Connor Woods, in the last sort of few minutes, looked to beat Nathan Yule, got inside of him, and that was probably one of the few times that he did beat him, but then went down under the challenge of...
It's still Newell.
Nothing, really, after he'd done the hard work. But yeah, he's one of the players who I think has excelled this month in particular, but across the season. Alfreton Town have themselves a free kick to the disbelief of the visitors off the back of that goal kick.
Andrew, the score is 2-0. Alfreton, Josh Claxton getting the first and Lewis Salmon grabbing the second not too long ago, maybe last 10 minutes or so.
I think people might be checking to see if Liam Waldock has scored if they're in the ground.
People are going to come for half time, aren't they? If they're all ready to go. If Liam Waldock scores, we'll go out for a quick drink.
Well, he has assisted one, but that was not the deal from the chairman. This free kick sent over towards Salmon. Cantrell leaping like a salmon to try and win that header.
He kind of reminded me of what's his face? Why can't I think?
What are you thinking of?
Why can't I think of his name? Jimmy Bullard.
Jimmy Bullard,
yeah.
The leapfrog clip.
Yeah.
He did properly.
I think Billy might get sacked if he puts Liam Waldock on a penalty.
No, I think even if he wins it though, I think you kind of have to let him take it. But yeah, he'll be the only man screaming from the side of the pitch to not let Waldock take the penalty. Adam Lund's throw short this time to Billy Whitehouse. Goes back to Adam Lund. Right foot delivery towards the back post towards Hunt. Got something on it in the end, but straight out for a goal kick. Alfreton Town still creating these chances despite being 2-0 up, and it might be a case of if they can get a third here and, well, with failure to jinx anything, if they can kill the game before half time, then maybe we will see some some rotation in the second half for some of the players that aren't starting every week, like Salam, Abbey, Perrett, Anson maybe, Moyo with a chance back in the team. We will have to wait and see, but we've not seen those players start, but we may well see them introduced later on depending on how the game goes. Needham Market clear the ball down the line towards Adam Mills. It's a good touch initially, but Max Hunt recovers to make the challenge out for a throw for the visitors.
Yeah, fantastic first touch from Mills. That's really, really hard to do. You know, the ball's coming from about 20 yards out the air, and he kind of takes it in his stride around the corner. It's a fantastic first touch. He just slips. I think a couple of the lads need to get behind themselves some metal studs. It's getting to that time of year.
Yeah, Adam Mills, quite a technical player. I watched him for about half a season at Braintree, and you could sort of tell he was one of the more technical players, certainly at this level. And if he does score, he will do a flip. So bear that in mind. Well, maybe not now because it'd be 2-1. But
he looks a bit like Daniel Cutting.
If he scores to level the scoring or to put Needham Market ahead, expect a front flip from Adam Mills. Well, Jake Askew opting to go short from the ball with his hands. Goes out to Claxton, who goes the direct route himself, but straight through to the Needham Market keeper, Cullum. He goes short as well. Played out to Josh Tomlinson on the right.
Why does it now look like a back three? Needham Market, what are you doing?
Sent down the line towards Adam Mills, who's now on the right wing. And he's won the foul from Dwayne Wiley. Got his side a set piece in a good position near the corner flag.
And you have a stone word with the Needham Market gaffer. What is he doing with his team? Why did they keep changing shape?
Please, can you play a simpler shape so Matty can keep on top of it?
I figured it out, and he's got the stream on, and he's gone, right, time to switch it to a 3 back.
Thinks we've got some intel. We're letting Billy know. Well, Needham Market setting up this set piece over on the right-hand side. It's a 2-man wall for the Reds, Waldock and Whitehouse. Just inside the box. It's taken short, laid back to the man taking it. Whipped in on the right foot, headed away initially, but not out of danger just yet. Jake Day making sure to get things clear. And it does run out for a throw. I think it was Carl Hammond that initially ended up sending it into the box. He kind of took the free kick and then had it laid back to him just to get a slightly better angle with a rolling ball as well, so it had some momentum on it.
Should see the stoppage time board go up within the next 2 or 3 minutes as well. Not from a fourth official. We've not been blessed with the luxury of that today. Apparently the FA Trophy, second round isn't worthy of a fourth official. Oh no, there is one. There is one. He's just not on the halfway line. Unless
no, I don't think he'll be bothered just yet, to be fair.
Why is he over there?
There's still some time to go.
The fourth official is man-marking Billy Heath. He's going to get home and take him out of his pocket.
And I think Billy Heath's had the better of him so far. Alfreton throwing taken short to Jake Askew. He goes direct up towards Jake Day. Headed back forward by Adam Lund. Cleared away only as far as Max Hunt. Bit more head tennis. This time a slightly elongated game. Oh, great turn from Nathan Newell to just evade the pressure of Mills. Sends it back to his goalkeeper. Askew goes long towards Day again. Away by Tomlinson. Nathan Newell trying to bring it down. And then tries to knock it back for Adam Lund. It was a bit of a sloppy one, but recovered by the midfielder. Dwayne Wiley having to send it down the line. Does end up out for a throw, though, for the away side, just beyond the halfway line inside their own half. That was a much better kick from the Needham Market goalkeeper. Find his man taking the throw in. It's pinpoint.
It's about time. If only could do it while the ball's in play.
Well, that one sent down the line. Dwayne Wiley sweeping it up, clearing it long towards Day. Ooh. Plucked out of the air on his right foot. Laid back to Newell. He tries to go forward to Liam Waldock. And they want to let that one run through the goalkeeper, but Lewis Salmon very nearly got something on that to get a second for himself and a third for the Reds, but Needham Market just about get away with that one. They look to play some triangles in the midfield. Morphew sending it down the line towards Ingram. He tries the back heel for Allen, but Claxton sliding in to make the challenge slightly excessive, I think, a bit exaggerated.
And he knocks the corner flag out of its spot.
It was a firm challenge.
The challenge has gone mad that he's fully taken the corner flag straight out of the ground. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Almost out of our line of vision, but we've got Smith, I think, taking that one. Goes back to him from the throw and out for a second one.
All right, Jake. They're just shouting Lino and then moving on with his day.
Well, hey. Well, speaking of the Lino, gives an offside against Smith, having played a 1-2 from the throw-in. It will be a deep free kick for the Reds, as Askew will stroll over to take.
Whenever
this is very Willis-esque.
Whenever the fourth official's ready, we've played. Hang on.
36.
36. Oh, God, that's embarrassing. I've been looking at the stream time. I forgot we go live 10 minutes early. I mean, the thing
I did try and point you in the direction of, there's a while yet before he's going to have to be getting the board out. I didn't just want to objectively go, no, you pleb, it's been 30 minutes. But
I was like, oh, yeah.
What's going on? I was like, why are you talking about added time? It's been half an hour. Need to rush home or something.
The choice of the FA Trophy, I'm not switched on, is what it is.
Well, Jake Askew's long free kick headed away by Needham Market, only out for a Reds throw though, which Claxton, I thought he might be taking, but no, just getting his obligatory drink of water whenever there's a break in play. It will be Adam Lund to launch this one into the area, you'd imagine.
Yeah, with 36 minutes played.
Lewis Salmon provides the short option. Goes back to Lundy, right-footed cross. Cantrell tries to direct it further into the box, and Jake Day, his shot, takes a nick off the number 6, Dan Morphew, out for a corner over on the far side.
Yeah, I don't think the touch took it off target. I think it just justified him taking the shot, and it was one of them where he's just gone to hit it. I thought, as soon as it left his foot, I thought, that's going over the bar, and then he just heard it come off
because you heard the second connection, didn't you?
Yeah, which obviously gives us the corner.
Billy Whitehouse prepared to take a right-footed delivery. Liam Woollock over on the corner of the box. George Cantrell on the edge. Newell and Clacky back. Corner delivery on the goalkeeper. And he had to get something on that to divert it away from the goal. Great touch
from Bill.
It was Bill the photographer. And he doesn't in no rush to send that one to the corner quadrant. There we go.
Oh, what a flicker on the corner. What can't this man do? Bake, play football, take photos.
Jack of all trades.
Bill of all trades.
Nice. Billy Whitehouse, 2 arms up in the air for this right-footed delivery. We've brought the love train back. Adam Lund peeling around to the back post again. It's gone towards the number 4, his header this time. Not having as much joy as he did previously. Far wide of the near post, but Needham Market still not picking him up when he makes that kind of darting run behind the love train to the back post. It's almost as if that's just completely a distraction for the back line to deal with, and they want to know about, they want to focus on the 4 men of Day, Wiley, Hunt, and I want to say Waldock at times kind of splitting in that sort of line near the penalty spot. They want to follow those, but because they're focused on them so much, Adam Lund slips between the cracks, finds his way to the back post.
I'm not quite sure Needham Market know what tactics are, to be honest. I think they're playing off just rhythm and vibes.
Well, if you go off the score line and the shape that we can work out the shape. It's just because now we've got Adam Mills kind of the central of the 3, but then he's been through the middle. He's been on the left. He's been on the right. He's been at the back, doing everything. It is just a tricky one to work out. It's dynamic, certainly dynamic. Needham Market have themselves a throw down on this left-hand side, inside their own half. Smith goes down the line towards Mills. Max Hunt does win the header. And the captain, Morphew, picking it one up at the back. Goes across to his centre-half partner, Tomlinson. He opts to go direct over towards Allen. Won by Newell into the midfield. Adam Lund picking it up. Fires it into the feet of Jake Day. Tries to knock it around the corner.
Some ooze from the home stand from the touch and the flick.
Tomlinson clears, though. Now at the feet of Mills. Nathan Newell absolutely clatters that one off of him. Out for an Alfreton throw. around the halfway line. And Jake Day just drawing the ball for Adam Lund.
5 minutes left of this first half now. Alfreton leading 2-0 for anyone who's just joined us, although I imagine we've not got many people coming in and out for the FA Trophy.
Well, we never know.
The analytics are right there, mate.
We do know. but you never know who might be just joining. Jake Askew sending that one down the line, headed out by Needham Market for another Alfreton throw. Liam Waldock feinting a quick one, but eventually, unsurprisingly, leaves it for Lund.
Yeah, don't you dare, mate.
Dwayne Wiley sent forward.
Do not rob us of this content.
Alongside Max Hunt, Billy Whitehouse providing the short option. He's ignored by Adam Lund, sent into the area towards Jake Day, whose flick on does go over the bar. But Alfreton winning the first contact on the majority of these throw-ins and set plays.
Matter of time for me. Matter of time before one of them just drops and goes in. Needham Market. Teams that do well against us are the teams that get that ball out of the box as soon as it comes in. They win that first ball.
Yeah.
You can't let it bounce in there. You can't let anyone really get a touch on it or just get a pop shot away, because eventually it falls. And the teams that have come here, Spennymoor, when they got that they ended our kind of year-long run of being unbeaten at home. It was almost a year long. It was because whenever those long throws come in, they won the first header. Whenever a cross come in, they won the first ball. They never kind of let it bounce. They never let it drop. And eventually, one dropped in our box, and the goal came. So, Needham Market, they should be worried about how much we're winning the first ball when this ball goes into the box.
I think it's worth noting, by the way, just as that ball went out into the stand for that goal kick, there was a good bit of gamesmanship from a fan behind the goal as he's tried to throw it back to the goalkeeper 3 times, and all 3 of those times failed to get it over the barrier, eventually resulting in Cullum just leaning over himself and picking it up. Just running the clock for a few extra seconds. Well, that clearance straight into the feet of Liam Waldock, who does shoot, and he connected quite well, but over the crossbar. The fans disappointed with that one, just because so far there is no free pint for them after the game.
That would have been a good clip, wouldn't it, on the camera, me going shoot if it would have gone in.
Yeah, we'd be claiming one as well.
Just saying, we might claim Liam Waldock's team of the week and goal from last week.
Should we bring that up?
we
now that it's been solidified.
Now that he's been in the team of the week and been credited with the goal against Warrington. It was so far. Yeah, it is so far going. It's going so far wide. It nearly went out for a throw-in.
It's the most own goal an own goal can be.
But I've coerced Liam into on our Twitter giving it to Liam. We said, "Oh yeah, we think it's Liam's goal." Yeah, no, it's so far wide.
Yeah, Vanarama, you've been conned.
You've been Matty informed. Have that. Hold Vanarama.
Hold. Well, doesn't take anything away from the scoring form that he has been in, to be fair. Liam Waldock popping up with the goals very frequently this month and the previous.
Yeah, picked up a player of the month around this time kind of last year, wasn't it?
He did. Well, Jake Day felt like he was the one that was fouled there by the Needham Market man Tomlinson, but he's stayed down the number 19 and his side have been awarded the free kick inside their half, just behind the centre circle.
I hate these cold months, it's hurting my knees. Sorry, just really, really random and off topic, but if you see me fidgeting, it's because I'm suffering.
It's okay, mate. Only 1 minute until the board should be going up.
What's this 10 minutes of added time come from? God, that might be my biggest stinker on the commentary.
That's fine, we've all had a few. Dwayne Wiley barking orders at his back line ahead of this free kick, sent forward by Culliman, headed by Claxton. Not completely away though, and eventually he gets a second head to it, the number 2. And it is away, back with Cullum, the goalkeeper for Needham Market, inside his box. Drops it into his captain. Comes out to the left-hand side to Smith. He's got Hammond inside.
See what I mean though, when they're out wide and there's nothing in the middle.
Well, they have beaten the press. The 4 men of Alfreton, Waldock, Cantrell, Day and Salmon all sucked in by that. But
that flat 4-step up and stop the ball.
Once they beat the press, wasn't really anywhere for them to go. And Alfreton have possession once more.
Just
Jake Askew sends it long.
Just like what 2 minutes added on.
There we go.
Just like what I was explaining about how their system won't work, and then it all just kind of happened in that phase of play, didn't it? Where there was no ball down the line on this side, went back, went into the middle, but then everyone was so far forward so they couldn't link it. Went across, and the same thing happened.
Needham Market, a pot shot from distance from Luke Ingram. Jake Askew makes his first real save of the game. Straight at him, clutched it down to his chest. And yeah, as you say, 2 minutes of added time to play. It's been a very, very strong half from the Reds. 2 goals, 2 very well taken goals as well at that. They find themselves in front with that goal cushion. Couldn't really be in a better place going into the break. Yeah,
I think there'll be very relaxed changing room at half time. I think the message will be just keep chugging away, boys. Don't get complacent and keep doing what you're doing there. System is probably bar Banbury. I don't think anyone will come here and be as bad as Banbury were, but this is a close second.
Oh, there's almost a short pass at the back, which Jake Day looks to pounce on.
Look, he's got his hands around his neck,
and he does chest it down to Waldock, and Liam Waldock takes his touch round the man and is brought down. It's a yellow card for the number 5 and the captain, Kieran Morphew. Waldock staying down. It looked like he might break through there, and I mean, we all know what would have been the anticipation if he'd have found himself through on goal just then, but eventually wins himself the free kick.
Yeah, Morphew getting a yellow card and denying everyone in the ground a pint because he was in. He was in after that little touch. It was a fantastic touch in behind. He did good chest control as well. Knocked it round him. You think now he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper and he's been brought down. But I think he'll fancy. I think he'd like to take this free kick. I think he scored one from a similar distance at Bishop Stortford last season. But Billy Whitehouse is the one stood over it.
Well, Bulldog is making his way over.
Poor goalkeeper, who's smaller than Adam Lund, is just trying to set up his wall, and Lundy stood in front of him. You can't see anything.
Well, it looks like a 2-man wall. Is that a 3-man wall for Needham
on
Market?
The edge. Wow.
Billy Whitehouse goes low, hits that 2-man wall, and that will be that for the first half. Referee blows his whistle. Alfreton Town, 2 goals to the good. Josh Claxton with a rare goal to put his side ahead, and then provides the assist for the second. Lewis Salmon plucking it out the air, slotting it beyond Danny Cullum to double the advantage. And there we go. It's been a pretty routine half outside of those 2 moments. It's been solid at the back. Needham Market been quite limited in terms of the chances that they've created and the shots that they've had. I mean, that save from Jake Askew at the end, from my memory, the only one that he's had to make, and it wasn't a particularly challenging one for the backup keeper. Well,
it's looking good for Alfred. I think both sides coming into this game haven't won a game in the FA Trophy for 2 years, kind of going out at the first stage, 2 years running, so that was always going to change with this fixture at some point, whether it was today or in a replay. But it looks, I can say fairly confidently, Needham Market aren't offering anything up. And that's a system thing. The way they're trying to play it requires you to be the better team. And in this league, they are not one of the better teams.
No.
And they can't get away. That might work, in terms of what worked for them last season, but it's not going to work at this level. You've got to be, a dominant possession-based side with more quality than other teams. And I don't think they had of that. But we'll take our routine 15-minute break at half-time while my knees get a bit of relief. Vaughn's going to give me a rub down off camera.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back for the second half. But thanks to the few and far between who have tuned in for this
we do appreciate
FA Trophy fixture. We do appreciate it. People coming and listening to us anyway in a game of that isn't of too much significance. So we'll see you in the second half to bring you all of the action upcoming.
Boom. There we go. Welcome back, everybody, for the second half of this FA Trophy tie. Alfreton Town against Needham Market. If you did miss the first half and you are just joining us, Alfreton Town lead by 2-0. Goals from Josh Claxton and Lewis Salmon have often ahead by those 2 goals. And the team's now taken to the pitch. Needham Market coming back out of their dressing room just after Alfreton did. We've seen the unchanged team. I keep saying it's not an unchanged team. It was meant to be an unchanged team. Jake Askew in between the sticks in place of George Willis. Due to, I mean, we can only fairly assume an injury in the warm-up that's kept him out of the squad. But
I think we could have just not fielded a goalkeeper and still been 2-1 up.
Well, Jake Askew hasn't had much to do, to put it kindly. So, I mean, for his sake, at least, let's hope we see a little bit more action at his end of the pitch. Now, obviously, at the an unfamiliar end for an Alfreton goalkeeper in the second half. Needham Market won the coin toss before kick-off, so they had the opportunity to swap ends, which they opted to do. So Alfreton going to be shooting up the slope towards the fans, where they have just migrated to for the second half. Obviously, no segregation in force today for the FA Trophy.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd get many Needham Market, and it's the FA Trophy, so it's like less people anywhere.
It's a long old trip for them today. Or as they were telling us beforehand, it's not as long as a lot of the trips that they do have to do in this league, but that is the harsh reality of the north-south divide.
Sorry.
An early start for Needham Market, looking to go down the line and winning themselves a throw. Jake Dye, the number 2, finds Luke Ingram from the throw, but it's intercepted immediately. And Jake Day does enough to win a throw for the Reds. Tomlinson diverting that one out with his foot. Adam Lund comes over to take his first throw of the second half. Doesn't look like there's any changes for either side at half-time. Just seeing if I can kind of
hopefully a change of system for Needham
face count the sort of Needham Market players. Think it's unchanged.
Yeah, it is.
Adam Lund beats Mills to that header. Jake Day looks to flick it on towards Salmon, but it's cleared away by Smith on the edge of the area. Lund heads it back forward with some force, but Needham Market eventually deal with the danger. Ben Hunter chasing down Claxton as he tries to find Salmon. Smith with the clearance up towards Ingram, who's got around Dwayne Wiley, and Needham Market are into the box here. Where Dwayne Wiley makes the recovery to shepherd the ball out of play, put his body in front of the man and the ball out for a goal kick. A good recovery from the captain, as it looked like Luke Ingram got the better of him to start with as he sort of span around Dwayne Wiley. But eventually, nothing doing for the number 7, all the way out for a goal kick for Jake Askew to take. I think that might be what Needham Market are going to be relying on. It's kind of what's found them their only kind of joy getting forward, those sorts of long balls, and just hoping that one of their forward players can just turn one of the defenders and prey on that kind of mistake at the back, because we have seen them kind of look to play out, and they are coming forward here once again. Adam Mills down to the left-hand side for Smith, into the feet of Ingram. Claxton tracks back to get in front of his man. Back to Smith on the left-hand side, round the corner for Allen. This is better from Needham Market than we saw in the first half. Smith fakes the cross, goes back to Hunter. He drops it back in to his back line. They're edging further back from goal, but still maintaining possession. And these are the sorts of situations where we saw them in the first half pretty confidently keep the ball, but not find that killer pass. So we'll see if there's been a change of system here. Doesn't look like it, as it's picked off straight away by Adam Lund. Alfreton Town look to counter, but defender steps in to dispossess Lewis Salmon.
Yeah, Needham Market definitely the second worst tactical team we've seen at the Impact Arena by far. Look how the defence hold the ball. They've got no option out wide. They have to try and play through the middle.
Well,
but the distance between defence, midfield, and attack is too wide. You can't get away with it, and they're just constantly passing the ball into the middle and giving it back.
I can say on that occasion, in fairness to Kyle Hammond, he did slip as he looked to switch the play, but you're quite right. That is a fairly common theme when you're seeing the number 4, or sometimes it's the number 6, Dan Morphew, dropping in to help out the centre halves and be the option. They get the ball, even if they play out of the press with the little triangle, then they've not really got anywhere to go, and they end up being forced direct, which hasn't proved to be the way forward for them so far. As Alfreton have a throw cleared away. Cullum thought about letting that one run for a goal kick, but eventually at the last second he opts to catch that and keep it in play. He's holding the ball.
Look, he's got nothing
quite
on.
some time. Still holding the ball. It's been about 15 seconds now, and eventually opts to just go long. Headed forward well actually by Morphew, but Mills can't get onto it, and cleared away by Hunt. Jake Day wins that header, but it bounces out for a market men throw.
And I feel like this is going to be one of them games that really slowly simmers out.
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
With obviously I think the competition, the score now, the kind of just the quality of the opposition. It's going to be one of them really, really slow burners where I think we're just going to be like, yeah, this is happening, and then final whistle.
Yes. Well, we shall see. Jake Askew with the ball in his hands. Little drop kick, he sliced it a little bit. That's not gone where he wanted it to, but George Cantrell steps in to recover possession for the Reds, fires it into Jake Day, goes in to try and win it with his foot. Kind of high, but didn't connect with the man, and the players waved on. Nice little triangle, Day and Cantrell.
It's a great challenge.
Strong challenge from Hammond to win it back for Needham Market, and Adam Mills coming forward, forced sideways to Allen. Gives it back to Mills down the line. He's got Lund to deal with, who wins possession back, and it's bobbling around between 3 or 4 players. Eventually finds its way to Claxton on the far side, who hooks a clearance around the corner. Lewis Salmon will give chase up against Smith.
Put your flag up, Lionel, whenever you want,
he's been hauled down to the ground. And I was going to say, he waved the throw the way of Alfreton to begin with, but then changed his mind straight away
to
give it the way of Needham Market.
Is he broken?
Corner flag is flat on the floor. And the referee orders the linesman to go and... No, what's he doing? He's just sending the throw a bit further backwards. That was an interesting one. Throw sent down the line, headed back forward by Adam Lund. Now with Whitehouse, who tries the volley from the edge of the area. Cullen makes the save, but it's unconvincing. Liam Waldock nearly had his goal to get everybody a beer afterwards, but Cullen makes the double save. Liam Waldock now with the ball out on the left-hand flank. Whitehouse provides the overlap. Left-footed cross after some step-overs, cleared away to the edge. Nobody there for Alfred, and that's where Waldock would normally find himself, but obviously he was out of position there following that spell of play. Ingram now with the ball on the left-hand side for Needham Market as they look to counter, cross into the box. Not really aimed at anyone. Nathan Newell with the clearance. It is puzzling. It really is puzzling, because there's been a few opportunities for Needham Market in the second half where they've got the ball away on the counter. They've had a lot of space to drive forward in that kind of half space between the midfield and the final third. But then every time it's forced out wide, and they've not got the aerial target to aim for. So it just ends up being, I mean, especially against the back line like this, as you mentioned in the first half, a defence like this, Dwayne Wiley and Max Hunt are just going to mop up everything if it's not an inch perfect cross.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can say is that the way they're playing requires them to be the better team, and the way you look at it is Alfreton are much, much better.
Jake Askew slices another kick. It's not been the desired start to the second half for him. This one out for a Needham Market throw. Maybe it's something to do. Maybe there's a curse in that 6-yard box. If you're a goalkeeper, you just can't kick the ball there.
It's been given the EBGBs.
Luke Ingram draws that free kick from George Cantrell. right near the touchline, or the sideline on the right-hand side. Number 4, Hammond, is there to take it. Whitehouse, the one-man wall. Right foot delivery, hung up into the area towards Askew, and did he leave it? No, I think he got something on that in the end.
What's he doing?
I was going to say, he kind of jumped up as if he was going to catch it, realised it was going to be going wide, pulled his hand away at the last second, but must have gotten a fingertip to it because the referee and the linesman agree that is a corner. On the far side, Allen there to take it. Hammond thought about providing himself as the short option, but eventually heads back into the area. Allen takes with his right foot, headed away by Day at the front post. Out to Hammond. On the left wing again, goes to Allen. Tries a little shot pass into Ingram. Drops it back for Hammond on his right foot. Cross comes in from deep, headed away by Hunt. Salmon looks to pick that one up and get away on the counter-attack, but Smith wins the ball and the free kick in the process. Another chance for Needham Market to get the ball into the area. It's going to be Hammond to take once again. He seems to be the designated set-piece man for the visitors. They are readying a substitute over on the far side. Hammond takes the free kick short to Allen, gets it back from the wide man. And Hammond does cross on his right foot. Jake Askew catches that one to his chest. No problem for the stand-in keeper today.
Yeah, I think I actually believe he's a goalkeeper now because that was a very, very professional catch.
Needham Market are preparing to make the first substitute of the day very early on in this second half. Speaking of the day, there he is to flick that ball on. And there's another head injury in this game. It's the third time we've seen play stopped.
For Jake Dye.
No, I think it's Tomlinson.
Is it? I really was hoping it was Dye. It is. You're right. You're right.
Unlucky.
Sorry, that was just my delusion.
It was there. The pun was there to be made. And he's in the kind of right-back's position, to be fair. But
I've written. It was just, the pun was there.
Two.
They look fairly similar as well, to be fair.
It's going to be an attacking change for the visitors if that substitution board is correct. Jake Dye withdrawn in place of the number 9, Seth Chambers, who has scored for the visitors this season.
Yeah, he's gone straight up front.
I was going to say maybe he's going to be the kind of...
They're not playing with 4 strikers now, are they?
Maybe the kind of focal point that they're looking for these crosses.
They've left a 3 at the back. I can't believe they've done this.
Wow. Matty enraged
at
the change of system.
Market.
Well, Cullum goes forward from his goal kick.
Nice pass,
Ingram,
mate.
But
good one.
Straight out for a goal kick. And yeah, that's a fullback withdrawn for a striker. So, I mean, we're now seeing sort of Tomlinson over on the right-hand side.
Sorry, I had a bit of a...
more of a back 3, sorry. Ingram over on the left, maybe filling in as a wing-back, but then we've seen him and Adam Mills, Allen as well, just interchanging freely. So, good luck keeping up with the shape here, mate. Askew's
I don't want to do it anymore.
It's won by Day and unconventionally flicked forward with a sort of scorpion manoeuvre, but Max Hunt clears with his thigh. Adam Lund furthers the clearance up towards Salmon, but it's won by the Needham Market man. Liam Warlock judged to have been too handsy with Carl Hammond, and a booking given to Jake Day for, you'd assume, dissent.
Opening his big chops.
Yeah.
Have a word with him.
Well, even though they won the free kick, Carl Hammond's not happy because Needham Market still had the ball and he felt they had an advantage if they were to play on. But it will be a free kick just inside the Needham Market half. By the halfway line, it's sent direct straight out for another goal kick. You can see why they went short from the one out wide now, because there's been 2 opportunities from free kicks where the ball's just been sent long. I don't want to say aimlessly, but there's no target, and it runs out for a goal kick.
Tut tut.
I think that might be the case. Even with Seth Chambers now on the pitch, you'd imagine he'd be the man that they look for.
He's not that big, yeah.
No, but you'd like to think as a natural number 9, because Ingram and Mills very much wingers in their own right. Mills looking to flick this one on for Chambers as he tries to wriggle around Hunt, but he gets his body in the way well. Jake Askew claims that one in his box. Drop kick from Askew. Again, doesn't quite get the connection that he wants on it, but Adam Lund flicks it on. Morphew into Ingram. Picked off by Cantrell, though. He lays it back for Max Hunt. Right-footed clearance diagonally. Whitehouse will chase this, and he might get there. He will. Inside the area, he's got Waldock in support, but he checks onto his left foot. Back onto his right. The delivery comes in. Chested down by Lewis Salmon. Liam Waldock couldn't quite find the space for the shot. Needham Market do get it clear. As Max Hunt tries to turn it back down the line. Adam Mills picks it off. Seth Chambers fouled by Hunt. Needham Market have a free kick inside the Alfreton half. Allen fakes the quick one, but then does take it to Smith. Hammond now on the ball. Looks like they just try and get him on the ball as much as possible. But he's not provided the best example as to why that is. But no, I think he's the set piece taker. He's the guy that they're looking to make things tick, put balls into the box. Now with the number 9 on the pitch, but
I think what we're noticing, by the way, is every time Waldock has like a half chance or a chance, the groans are twice as loud from the stands.
Another free kick given to Needham Market here. This time, Jake Day, the one penalised. He has got to be careful now that he finds himself on a booking. But that was a bit of a nothing foul.
Oh!
Needham Market player trying to catch Jake Askew out from that deep free kick, shooting from inside his own half, but Askew having no problem claiming that one down to his chest. This time his drop kick gets a better connection on it. Over towards Day. Morphew gets there ahead of him, but Salmon looking to get there against Smith. Eventually it runs out for an Alfreton throw. Smith trying to clear the ball.
Kick.
Felt like he was fouled, but out for a throw it goes. Adam Lund strolls on over. Chants are going on. Noise from behind the goal.
I wish I had as much energy as them today.
From the Alfreton fans. Adam Lund preparing his throw just beyond the home dugout. In it goes.
Oh!
Hunt the target, but claimed by Cullum. He rolls it out to his captain Morphew. Goes down the line to Tomlinson, now filling in at right back. Tries to clip it down the line to Adam Mills. Linesman keeps his flag down. Adam Mills has the ball inside the area. Left-footed pass to the edge for Ingram, but the sliding block from Max Hunt denies him. Best chance of the second half for Needham Market so far. Jake Day turns this one out to Claxton. He tries to go back down the line, but it's going to be picked up by Needham Market man on that far side, Hammond.
It's a good bit of running there from Jake Day.
I was going to say he had to kind of fill in because Salmon was over on this side. Him and Whitehouse have now swapped wings. So Salmon on the left, Whitehouse on the right. There's a push in there from Tomlinson on Salmon, and he wins himself a free kick inside the Alfreton half, just beneath the gantry. Askew coming on over to take it. We're only seeing Moyo, the lone man, out to warm up for Alfreton. I was just eyeing up if there was going to be any changes in this second half. Tina feels a sub coming. That was pretty well timed because the run from Jake Day. David Moyo is now warming up. That may not be a coincidence.
Well, he's on a booking and he's a giveaway a foul after getting a booking as well. So
and he's played a lot of full 90s, obviously, with David Moyo's absence in the team for a couple of weeks. Probably earned himself a rest. He did come off at the end of the game against Warrington, but maybe he's earned himself some more. I mean, had the Tuesday night off this week, as the rest of the team did, which has probably done them a lot of favours. Jake Day will not stop running.
Yeah, he's played a lot of football. I'm surprised he's not got shin splints.
Dwayne Wiley up against Chambers. Just rolls him and knocks it back for Askew. Wants to take that one on his left foot. Intercepted by Adam Mills. Pokes it through for Allen. On the edge of the box now. Gets his shot away. Chambers with a improvised flick with his head. And it's in the back of the net. That was a really strange goal. Allen had the ball on the edge of the box. He brought it onto his right foot. Had the shot and it was blocked. And it sort of... it more hit Chambers in the head rather than him hitting the ball. But he adjusted his neck, directed it at goal, and it's found its way into the corner. Jake Askew looked as if he thought that was going to go wide, but it is in the back of the net, 2-1, and we've now got a game on our hands.
Yeah, Moyo's been recalled to the bench here.
So we may be seeing Moyo introduced, but that goal cushion is now gone. And Alfreton Town are going to have to focus up a little bit, because one little moment now could draw Needham Market level. But Seth Chambers, the substitute, gets them back in the game with an improvised flick inside the area.
I think the key takeaway there is
we've got a replay.
The kick out from Askew was straight to Mills. It was a poor kick, and then
Ingram crosses the ball into the box, looking to immediately find a second. Sorry for the interruption. You can continue, mate.
Yeah, it was a poor kick out, which give Needham Market the first chance they've really had all night to attack an unorganised Alfreton back line as they nick the ball here, and Mills makes his way into the box again. And
I'll tell you what, that was not far from being turned into an own goal and making it 2-2 here.
Yeah, Newell guided it wide quite well, make sure it didn't run all the way through to the back post.
It is a corner for Needham Market as they look to now equalise, and we're seeing everybody go forward. For a moment it looked like they were all streaming into the box, but we're seeing both of the Morphews heading into the area. Two men staying back. The delivery comes in from Allen. Oh, and it's found Chambers in the centre of the 6-yard box. His header this time doesn't find the back of the net, but it's out for a goal kick for Jake Askew to take. We're not seeing Moyo continuing to warm up or taking his bibble for anything, getting ready to come on. So Jake Day might have some more time on the pitch yet before he's withdrawn, if he is to be withdrawn. We don't know, obviously, but I think you'd imagine in this scenario now on a booking. But then Needham Market getting that goal changes the complexion of the game big time. Jake Askew's goal kick, left-footed up towards Day. Wins it with his head. Waldock chasing it down. Beats Mills to it. Goes back to Claxton. Hooks it down the line towards Salmon, up against Smith. Tries to keep it in play, and eventually Smith smashes that one off of him for a goal kick. It's a really interesting one as well, because that Needham Market goal, I mean, I know we've been saying during the game that it doesn't look like their sort of deliveries are going to end up, they're not aimed at anyone in particular, it's more just getting it into the area and seeing if anything happens. But with the introduction of Chambers, he has provided that kind of classic number 9. You can look for him in the box, and whilst that wasn't a conventional cross into the box for him, he was in the area, was there to pick up the pieces and found the back of the net. When it didn't really look like a goal was coming, Needham Market have found their way back into the game, and they're enjoying a lot more of the ball as Cantrill looks to dispossess Allen, but he gets away with it. Adam Lund steps in. Allen still almost keeps the ball, but Cantrill steps back in to intercept. Askew clears from inside his area. And I think that's a positive substitution for the away side. They can definitely look at that one as a management team.
It's a great long switch from Needham Market there as well.
Over to Tomlinson. He finds Ingram in field. Back to Tomlinson, trying to play the little triangle with Allen. Ingram with space to put the cross in, right-footed. Over towards Mills at the back post. Up against Claxton. And he's adjudged to have handballed it.
I think I need to give Needham Market the flowers quickly, because I've given them a lot of stick for the system and how they were playing, and they've changed the system into this second half with the introduction with Seth Chambers, and they look a different team. They look like they're moving with a bit more purpose. The plan B clearly should be the plan A because they are playing with more purpose. It seems like the players, are actually in a system now, and honestly, it's so much better. It's night and day to the first half of them. So I think Alfreton are going to have something to worry about now with the introduction of Chambers and the kind of change of the way of playing, because it's noticeably better straight away.
Well, this clearance sent forward by Needham Market, and Ingram and Chambers were gambling on that one potentially dropping at one of their feet, but eventually Askew comes off of his line well to claim that one, following his free kick being sent back his way. His drop kick from Askew in towards the midfield. Mills knocks it back for Smith. He goes down the line over towards Chambers. Max Hunt wins the header. Claxton getting back, dispossesses Mills. Some shouts for handball from the away side, but the referee not interested in the appeals.
Yeah, you're never going to get that. His hands weren't in an unnatural position at all. He's gone to play the ball. I don't even think it come off his arm in any way.
Needham Market did have the throw, but Alfreton cleared the ball. Jake Day brings it down well, looks to turn it over the top for Lewis Salmon, who is giving chase up against Smith again. It's been a battle in the second half, which Smith has probably had the better of so far, but on that occasion, Lewis Salmon does win the throw. And Adam Lund resumes his duties as javelin thrower to hopefully find a third goal for Alfred and restore that 2-goal cushion. We're seeing now Perrett sent out to warm up. I think that is on the far side there by the corner flag. No sign of Moyo.
There he is. He's got his top off.
And there he is, David Moyo.
Getting his top on.
Getting his top on. Adam Lund, his throw, this time sent towards the centre of the box, and Jake Day does nod the ball into the net, but the referee,
foul on the goalkeeper,
believes that he's been put too much of his body onto Danny Cullum, and he didn't really look like he was ever going to stop that one. So
he wasn't doing actually all that much, Jake Day. I think he's just a lot bigger than the young goalkeeper.
It is a tricky one because, yeah, as you say, it didn't look like he was fouling him all the way.
His hands were down,
but there weren't too many complaints from the Alfreton players, which I think tells the story.
Yeah, he's right on the goalkeeper, and listen, you're lucky to get away with something like that.
Well, David Moyo is ready to come on, and you'd imagine that would be for Jake Day. He's done a lot of running today. It's only a yellow card, so it's a sensible sub. And he has had the ball in the back of the net as of about 20 seconds ago, but unfortunately for Alfreton and him, it has been ruled out for a foul on the goalkeeper. Adam Lund throws it down the line towards Day, flicks it on with what may well be his last interaction on the game. Cullum, it's a sliced clearance staying along the ground, but Tomlinson recovers it into the feet of Ingram. Whitehouse with the tackle. Nathan Newell right-footed down the line. Jake Day's got himself in space here, onside. Tries to bring it down, and it's just run away from him. That would have been some way to exit the game. Play continues, though. Cullum rolling it out for Morphew. Goes over to Smith on the left-hand side. He finds Chambers. Hammond goes one more to the captain, Morphew. He turns back to Hammond. Now advancing over the halfway line. Hammond gets it back from Ingram. Looks to clip one down the line in towards Chambers. Contested by Wiley, but the number 9 substitute keeps the ball. Tries to turn around, and the linesman awards them the free kick. He was flagging straight away as soon as Dwayne Wiley looked to have put his hands too much on Seth Chambers. Hammond takes this one quickly towards the back post, headed away by Hunt. Whitehouse making sure the cross doesn't come in for a second time on that occasion. Here's Allen. Still on the right-hand side for Needham Market, dropped back for Hammond. Another right-footed delivery from deep, headed away, and a free kick awarded.
That's going to be
Alfreton in the box, and the
substitution time as well.
Chance for the change to be made. David Moyo
15
introduced
minutes
for Jake Day.
15-minute cameo for Moyo. It's one of them where it looked like Alfreton were just kind of maybe, come out in the second half and get a third, maybe a fourth, and just, leave the game behind them. But a change in system from Needham Market, and that change has really, really changed the game. And it's going to be an interesting last 15 minutes, but I think that's the right change with Jake on a yellow card as well.
Yeah, I think that's probably a factor in that substitution as well. The fact that he is booked and he has committed a foul on the booking, so you'd get the impression that
he's got one more.
If he makes one more, yeah, he's got one more in the chamber, but you don't really want to cash that in and get the red. So Moyo introduced some fresh legs up top in that striker role. What can he do in the remaining stages of this game? Nathan Newell wins a throw off of the back of Luke Ingram. Adam Lund readies himself for this one inside his own half. Down the line it goes. Over towards Moyo, but it's headed away by the captain. Lewis Salmon trying to keep it alive. Mills with the interception though. Smith sends it down the line. Wiley with the head clearance. Into the feet of Waldock, who hasn't seen as much of the ball since that opportunity in this second half. Morphew into Allen. Sent forward. Tomlinson, don't think he was ever going to get to that one.
Ingram's on his knees.
Ingram has literally fallen to his knees in disbelief that that's not their throw.
I don't even think it was there for
got himself a booking for shouting at the referee.
Probably animation.
Yeah. That was very dramatic. I think you used the term drama queens in the first half, and that was very dramatic.
That wasn't drama queen. That was diva.
That was theatrical.
Get them in the WWE.
Yeah. Adam Lund, his throw down the line. Won by Moyo.
Skinhead Moyo. Finally, we haven't spoke about it.
We haven't spoken about the haircut.
David Moyo has cut his hair off.
He has.
And we've just literally, he's either not played, not come on, or the stream went off.
Yeah.
Before
he came on.
We've not had a chance to talk about the fact that he has cut all his hair off.
Aerodynamic reasons, I imagine.
Do you reckon he got Dwayne to cut it?
He might have done, but we've seen the referee award a free kick to Needham Market. Max Hunt, the one penalised. And they'll look to get the play back underway here. Slap bang on the halfway line for the visitors.
Yeah.
Morphew goes along to his namesake. Pass inside towards Chambers, looking to turn away from Hunt. He does get a shot away. Max Hunt didn't think that he fouled him. The referee agrees, out for a goal kick.
Coming on to the final 10 minutes, it's going to be an interesting...
It will be.
An interesting end to this game. A game that we thought was going to be a bit of a nothing at half-time. It was just going to kind of simmer out slowly, but the pot's boiled, and here we are.
And we're also seeing Jed Abbey with his bib off, ready to be introduced. And I think that there's a possibility that could be for Waldock, and that could end any hopes of a free drink after the game for everyone in the ground.
Billy wouldn't do that, would he? I think he'll bring him on for salmon.
Yeah, to be fair, it could equally be.
Go on, get away.
That's never coming. We've nearly had the ball in the gantry. Not quite as close as that one we had a few weeks ago back at the Impact.
You've just been shifted. Get out way.
There will be a change for the Reds, a second one of the afternoon, and it is Lewis Salmon withdrawn in place of Jed Abbey, the winger.
Is it just me, or does that say 1?
It does look like a 1.
I thought my glasses were being dodgy.
No, but I guessed it was
Salmon, yeah.
No.
I assumed it wasn't George Willis, who isn't named in the squad.
Right, Lewis Salmon, a good cameo for him, getting on the score sheet with that second goal, brilliantly taken. Has Alfreton Town ahead and is the reason that they still lead in this second half. But Jed Abbey with a few minutes and a chance to do something here in this second half. Dwayne Wiley fluffs the clearance and it drops to Allen in the box, but headed away by Adam Lund. Jed Abbey with his first touches of the game sends the ball down the line with a clearance. Needham Market forced back to their goalkeeper, Cullum. Here is Morphew, bringing it out from the back into the feet of Hammond. He tries to find Tomlinson, who's made the advanced run, but Waldock has space now in the centre circle. Waits for the run of Abbey and uses it. Driving forward from the right-hand side, fired into Liam Waldock, who gets the shot away. And it's
scored!
In the back of the net.
Yes!
Liam Waldock has scored, and that is a free drink for everybody in the ground.
They're going crazy.
Absolute limbs behind the goal, but you know what it means. Absolute bodies. Liam Waldock restores the goal cushion with a nice finish into the corner. It looked like it might have it was going to be running wide because he sort of took it down in an unorthodox way, but just rolled it beyond the goalkeeper, Danny Cullum, into the bottom corner, and it's Alfreton Town 3, Needham Market 1.
There goes the GoPro fund.
The chairman will now have to be getting his wallet out for everyone in attendance, and that gets the biggest cheer of the day. Liam Waldock on the score sheet for a second week in a row, sort of. We've had them believe.
We have conned the world.
We've conned the world, we've conned the Vanarama.
Do you see what I did there? It's a scam. This has all come from us.
Yeah, there's no chance that one gets ruled.
Not
as
to
an own
make
goal,
it about me or you, but this is all our doing. You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah, thank us later.
Because that ball was going 50 yards wide.
It might have been going out for a throw, the shot against Warrington.
And Wayne's had a look and gone, Liam Waldock scored again. No, he didn't. What?
Let's hope he doesn't tune in at the moment, because we're giving him an excuse to put his wallet back. Can you imagine full time? You see a tweet come out. Well, after reviewing the footage from the Warrington game, Liam Waldock did not in fact score. So now Adam Mills comes off in place of Ollie Fraser. And the other change is going to be the number 5 and the captain, Kieran Morphew. He comes off in place of somebody, waiting for the 4th official to put his board up. Oh wait, no, hang on a minute. No, it's going to be Hammond that goes off now, I think. Morphew gets the armband back, and it is Hammond that comes off. Turn the board back around, please, Mr. 4th official. No, he's not going to do it. Number 10, Jacob Lay, now on the pitch. We're also seeing Harry Perrett with his bib off, ready to come on at the next break in play. Askew's free kick sent towards Moyo. And then eventually down the line. George Cantrell trying to make the interception. Waldock sending it back forward. Whitehouse and Moyo putting the pressure on, but Tomlinson does well to find the pass inside to Chambers. Allen now goes wide to Smith. Tries to play it down the line towards one of the substitutes, Ollie Fraser, but Claxton bundled into the ad board behind the goal, and I think he might come off. Might be someone else though. No, it is now going to be Liam Waldock withdrawn. He's done the business, adding that 3rd goal to the scoreline. Met with applause from the Alfreton fans behind the goal. Harry Perrett introduced. Well, there we go, the 3rd change for Alfreton Town. Anson and Salam still left on the bench, but not long to go now. As Perrett comes on, Billy Heath embraces Liam Waldock, getting himself on the score sheet. We all know what that means. Needham Market clear Jake Askew's goal kick back forward, but Adam Lund steps up to make the challenge. Clears it away out of the ground, out for a Needham Market throw. And I think now it is very much going to be a case of just being sensible, game management, seeing it out, which we thought it was going to be the case. A very routine second half once the teams went in at half time, but with that substitute Seth Chambers getting himself on the score sheet, cutting the deficit in half, did make things a little bit cagey, 10 or 15 minutes, but now
don't get nervous.
Liam Waldock has iced the game. And Alfreton Town lead by 2 goals once more. Needham Market are going to have to come up with something pretty special in the late stages if they are to
last
keep
5
themselves
minutes
in the FA Trophy.
It's Alfreton's first win in the FA Trophy in 2 years. Needham Markets will go on for 3.
Luke Ingram wins himself the free kick up against Perrett. And he thought about taking it quickly, but the referee was not going to let that happen.
Mate, you were not going to score from that. What are you complaining about?
I think he wanted something to complain about.
He's a diva, he's Ingram.
Tevin Allen standing over this free kick.
He needs to get some long hair. You can't be a diva and be bald.
No, I've never quite seen anything like that, dropping to his knees when he didn't get the decision. The referees had to turn around.
His missus must have a handful.
Yeah.
He's full of sass.
Well, 4-man wall for Alfreton looking to prevent this goal. Allen strikes low, cleared away in the box, but he gets the ball back at his feet. Fakes the shot, and Billy Whitehouse does clear. Sent out wide to the left flank for Needham Market. Now back inside for Morphews. Nice little triangle of possession. Jacob Lay, substitute with the ball at his feet, waiting for the opening to provide itself. He's forced out wide. Poked around the corner for the other substitute, Fraser. Pulled back for Ingram, who's shot. Blocked by Max Hunt, who slides in.
Didn't drop to his knees that time, did he?
No. Tried to finish that one on his left foot. Max Hunt makes the block. And it goes out for a corner. A late chance for Needham Market to grab themselves a lifeline. Because if they want to get something out of this, it's going to have to come now. Allen's corner straight into the gloves of Askew. It was whipped with some power. But no problem for him.
A very strange drop to his belly as well there from Askew.
Collapsed on the ball. He knows there's not long left. Just needs to see the game out now.
Yeah, next 2 or 3 minutes we should see the bar. And actually 2 or 3 minutes this time, not 15.
Jake Askew goes direct towards Moyo.
Oh my God, Jake Askew assist, please.
Down at his feet. Lays it off for Whitehouse. The left-hand side of the box. Few step-overs. Right-footed pass across to Harry Perrott. He leaves it for Claxton. Looking to make it a brace for himself from the edge of the box, but Cullen makes the save.
A Claxton brace would have just... He'll be the next one. If Josh Claxton scores this week, we'll buy everyone in the ground. They're fine.
Yeah, Josh Claxton's shot there, not quite as spectacular as his one in the first half. And Needham Market come forward. This time with Lay. Goes out wide to Ingram. Tomlinson. Lay gets it back. Waiting for the opening. Goes across to Morphew. Allen now, just inside the area, but lays it back and the pass through. Claxton sends that one far, far away.
It's like the 5th ball that's ended up in that back garden over there.
If you live near the impact, check your back garden, you might have a football. The throw-in taken quickly by Needham Market. Morphews going into the feet of Ingram once more. Allen tries the inward pass over to Chambers, who slips. Dwayne Wiley picks that one up and clears it down the line with his left foot over towards Moyo. Gives Morphew something to think about. Ingram dropping in now to receive the ball. Gets it back, the little 1-2. Tries to go into Lay, but Perrott makes a firm challenge out for a Needham Market throw. Taken quickly again. Morphew. That's a sloppy pass. Adam Lund picks it up. Jed Abbey runs over that one to leave it for Moyo. He's got the ball caught under his feet, but I think he knows. Doesn't need to be as urgent.
Ooh.
Jed Abbey, nice little flick for Moyo. He tries to give it back.
Someone really enjoyed that.
But it's picked up by Needham Market in the end. Short pass, Needham Market looking to come forward in the late stages. Driving forward from the back through Morphew. Into Allen, turns on it. He's got Ingram making the run, but Wiley making the interception. Lay makes a challenge, but Jake Askew's going to get to that one all day long. Picks it up. Not long to go now for the Reds to book their place in the next round of the FA Trophy. Askew, left-footed drop kick. Gets some distance on it over towards Moyo, but it's headed back to the goalkeeper by Morphew. Demands it back from Cullum. Rolled out to him, the captain. Sent infield to Ingram. Knocked back to Morphew. He's got Hunter on the right-hand side now. Goes into the feet of Lay.
Salam
getting ready to come on for a couple of minutes at the end of this one. A late inclusion in the matchday squad, filling the gap left by George Willis. Needham Market do come forward here. Ingram with the shot, wide of the post, into the side netting. But yeah, Ahmed Salam, a late inclusion in the team. Obviously Jake Askew promoted to the starting 11. George Willis dropping out of the team completely. So Salam filling that void on the bench, and he does get a chance to have a little run out here in the later stages, the Egyptian.
Ooh, so I was going to do like the Salah song, but try and get it Salam, but I decided not to do that.
Fair enough. If he scores, you can do it.
Yeah.
You've got time to think about the rhythm now as well. Make sure it's going to work. Oh, Billy Heath wants the change to be made, and it's not allowed to be made at that instance for some reason. David Moyo wins the header from Askew's goal kick. Headed it down for himself, really. Adam Lund heads it forward. And there we go. Alfreton now do have the chance to make the sub. Billy Whitehouse will come off for Ahmed Salam. And Billy Whitehouse tries to get away with walking over to the other side. And he gets himself a booking as he's making his way off the pitch, which is an interesting one because Whitehouse has made his way over to the centre of the pitch to get over that far side. And once he's gone sort of beyond the halfway point, where it would then be longer for him to then turn around and go the other way, the referee's given him the booking for not doing that, and he's gone off on that far side anyway. So Ahmed Salam introduced with a few minutes left. Whitehouse gets himself a booking in an interesting way. But a few minutes for the man who most recently played his football in Gibraltar to make an impact. Dwayne Wiley heads that one away into the feet of Cantrill. He furthers the clearance. Perrett the only one forward. Now in the gloves of Cullen, rolls it out straight away to Morphew. He carries it forward at his own pace.
I'm wondering when the fourth official's going to put this board up for added time.
We've not done it again, have we?
No, we've not. No, I've been counting it in my head.
No, it's interesting. It's good. It's worth noting. Nobody is.
Do you not want to beat the
today.
traffic?
Ingram picking the ball up on the right-hand side, trying to play an incisive pass, but Nathan Newell makes the interception. This is going to run out for Cullum, who's come quite far out of his goal. Almost in that sort of quarterback role that we see George Willis ping those diagonal balls from on that far side, but that one straight out for a throw. Good work from Salam to just not give Tomlinson any chance. He's a bigger man than he is, but out it goes for a throw. If I've heard the players correctly, there was a shout of the last two, asking the referee, so 2 minutes to go if I've heard them right. Adam Lund sends this one down the line over towards Moyo. Headed forward by Morphew, back forward by Newell. Moyo puts an end to the head tennis, but feels like he was fouled. Lay picks the ball up. Referee disagrees. Chambers trying to make something happen up against Max Hunt. Claxton with the intervention though, and Perrett turns it round the corner. Has that broken a light? Smashed off right on the underside of the stand on that far side from our perspective, but Needham could get play underway swiftly. Morphew into Allen, tries a little flick, and that's going to be a penalty. Seth Chambers going down under the challenge from Max Hunt, and a yellow card dished out. I think that I'm not too sure about the protest. That looked like a pretty stonewall penalty to me. Max Hunt just had his arm around him, didn't give Seth Chambers the chance to move, and he goes down, wins his side a penalty and a chance for Needham Market to grab themselves a very, very late lifeline to get back into the game. Luke Ingram, the man holding the ball and placing it down on the spot, the number 7. Jake Askew
we can't
now.
let this drama queen score.
Jake Askew with the chance to deny him.
We should be in stoppage time.
And Luke Ingram is adjusting the ball a lot, and now he's happy with it. It's going to be a right-footed one from the number 7. Referee blows his whistle. Ingram steps up, and it's a great penalty into the top corner. Jake Askew guessed the right way, but it's straight into that top left corner. Needham Market make it 3-2, and the game's not over yet.
Well, it should be. We should be. 5 minutes ago, the board should have gone up.
Well, fact of the matter is we are still playing. Luke Ingram makes it 3-2, and now Needham Market know that all they need is just one lucky chance. Jake Askew claims that one. David Moyer not happy that that one didn't make its way forward to him sooner. Askew will now take his time. I think he knows the state of play here. And he sends it long, left-footed, over towards Moyo.
Referee's checking his watch quite often.
Contests Tomlinson. Salam keeps it alive. Moyo pokes it forward for him. And there we go. There is the full-time whistle. We never saw the board go up.
I knew I wasn't mental.
But that is it. Alfreton Town win 3-2 and progress to the next round of the FA Trophy. Goals coming from Josh Claxton, Lewis Salmon and Liam Wooldock. And thanks to the latest of those 3 goals, everybody's going to be flocking to the Reds bar.
Yeah, if you're at home, get here now. Get here, get in the bar, quick, get your way in. But
Wow.
yeah, finally progressing in the FA Trophy after 2 years. Well, I'm not sure when the draw is. We probably should have checked up on that beforehand, but we're amateurs.
We are.
But yeah, what could have been a boring game of football, 5 goals, you can't complain too much, can
No,
you?
not at all. And I think there was very much the sort of taste after it went to 2-0 that this might end up being just a routine game. But Needham Market made sure that that wasn't the case, got themselves back into the game not once but twice, and made sure that up until the full-time whistle it was a contest. But credit to them, it's a long journey home, back down to Norfolk. But Alfreton Town are in the hat for the next round of the FA Trophy.
Yeah, thanks once again everyone for tuning in. We know it's not the most exciting fixture, Needham Market in the FA Trophy, but we thank you for joining in anyway. But we're going to make a swift exit and get ourselves to the bar. And we'll see you all. Well, actually, no, we won't see you on Tuesday. Me and Ron will not be making the trip to Oxford because of I have a uni football game the next day in Oxford, and it's a bit, back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've got to be in tip top, don't I? So we won't be there.
Condition.
We won't be there on Tuesday evening, but we'll see you at the next fixture on the Saturday, which I believe is back at home, aren't we?
Yes, after a long way.
A long hiatus.
A long hiatus in league away fixtures.
So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will see you when we see you next time. Thank you everyone for tuning in.